Recently, our president and CEO of Accent Inns, Mandy Farmer, presented to a group of businesswomen on the topic of growing your brand. Let's join in.
You know what? It was probably one of the best things that has ever happened because it really has allowed me to revitalize Accent Inns. And so what I did was, as soon as I started to see their revenues dropping drastically, I knew that we needed to take a look at our exterior. So I completely renovated the exteriors of the hotel. We put about $10 million into all of our properties. They are now finally finished, and I think they look beautiful. We added these gorgeous little fireplace features. And then to our rooms, we made sure that we've got flat screen TVs, beauty rest mattresses, so everything's in place. It all looked great. But still, our revenues were dropping. So last year, I thought, wow, we better figure this out. What is going on here? I've done everything. What do I need to do now? So what we did was we hired a research firm that did focus groups. And they took a look at our brand in the Lower Mainland and also up in Kelowna. And what we realized is that we have terrible brand awareness. People thought that we were bottom of the barrel, Travel Lodge. They thought we were even below Ramada, Holiday. I couldn't believe it because when I went to my team, we all thought we were way above Sandman and all these guys. And when I went to our customers, they thought we were above that too. So it was the people who have never stayed with us that thought we were a lot below that. So we realized, we've got a major problem here. So we started on our rebranding process, and it has been a really fun journey. So the first thing that we did when looking at our rebranding was we took a step back and really looked at our brand traits. So now rather than where we wanted to be, we wanted to look at where we excel at and what we do extremely well. And it was really easy for us to jump ahead and say, yeah, but I want this to be out there. We had to step back from that. We really had to say, okay, where are our strengths? And so that's what we did. So we had to look at our strengths. And so for us, it was the fact that we're a super friendly, down-to-earth kind of organization. So that's one brand trait. But now how do you turn that into your brand? That's not going to do it. It needs to be more than that, right? So we kept going. I think another one of our distinct features is the fact that we are a local BC company. We are locally owned here in Victoria. How do we get that word out? And is that enough? Is that one brand trait, that we're a BC company, enough for people to choose Accent Inns over someone else? I don't know. So we kept going. Good value, that's what we're all about. We don't nickel and dime. But if I were to have an ad that just said good value, boring. That's not going to make you choose. Probably not even in conjunction with everything else. So we still had to look at what were our strengths. Now this one is a hard one. How on earth am I going to sell hotel rooms by saying we're authentic? But I had to include it in there because it is truly who we are as a company. We are a very authentic product in that we allow our people to be who they are, to be real people. We don't have scripts. We really try to have a lot of fun and give back to our communities. And so deep down, the authentic trait was one that we just had to make sure was incorporated into our brand. The last one is my favorite one, and it's that we're different in a good way. And that is the beautiful thing about Accent is that we don't have to be like Holiday Inn Express, whereby Holiday Inn has to have the pillows at a certain angle. It's just one of their brand standards. We don't have to do that, which is great. We can be different in a good way. So there's so many things we do, whether it's our reader boards with funny messages, whether it's the ducks in our rooms. We knew that different in a good way was a brand trait that we really needed to get out there. But how on earth do you take all this stuff and put it into a brand? I hadn't a clue, but luckily we had a great advertising agency, Eclipse, local ad agency, that held my hand throughout this whole process. So they let me know that one of the first things we needed to do was to change our colors. So our existing logo is red, white, and blue. And we found out from the focus group that people thought we were an American company. We're not. We're a Victoria-based hotel chain. So what we've done is we've changed our colors. These colors are actually from the BC flag. So right off the bat, it's gonna get that message out there about the fact that we're local. It's BC colors. The other thing that is really important is we changed our font. So this font is friendly. So again, it's one of our brand traits. something so simple that you just might overlook, but it is so important, is the font that you use, because it communicates so much about you. So if your brand is way more professional, then I would go with that font. We're fun. We can be different in a good way, so this font really works for us. The colors are very bright, fun. Again, it gets that friendliness out there. So of course, if we're, with our brand awareness so low, we knew we needed to change the logo. Plus, we did not want to have red, white, and blue as our main colors. So we bit the bullet. It's a very small change. I'm going to show you the old logo first. So there's our old logo, red, white, and blue. You'll still see this on my business card because, again, we haven't launched yet. And the new logo, ever so slightly different, but very importantly different. And what it is we rounded it, and the peaks are not as sharp. So if you go back, I'm going to show you these sharp features. It kind of pokes you, jabs you. You don't want a logo that's going to jab, so we went a little friendlier. So it's rounded. The colors are different, and if we had a little blinds drawn, you'd see that it's bright, fun colors in our logo. So now the next thing that we had to do was a new positioning statement. Our old positioning statement was quality where it counts, which I think at Accent Inns we really do that well, but boring. Everyone has quality where it counts. It just, the marketplace has changed these days. You really got to get in there and sell your brand traits. So what we did was we went back and we looked at all those brand traits, and we wanted a message that had that local, that fun, that friendly, that down to earth. And so what we came up with is stay local, stay real. And what it is, it's got the call to action in there. We want people to choose our local company. Again, the bright colors, it says the friendliness, and it has that authenticity in there too. We're not a posh hotel chain. We're a down to earth, real hotel chain. So of course, with all of this, what branding conversation wouldn't be branding without a little bit of advertising? Now, we are not some mega company. We don't have a lot of advertising bucks, so I really had to make sure that our advertising was gonna be on brand, but was able to get the word out there. So we had some creative ideas that I wanted to share with you guys. So this is an example of our website. So the ad is that we speak Kamloopian. So, and of course we have one for, we also speak Burnaby's in Burnaby. And so what we've done is we went to our team, so all the people that work at the hotels, and we gave them this really hard questionnaire about where they go in their local communities. So they filled it in. It was grueling. I swear it was at least 100 questions. We filled it in, and then what we've done on our website is we've got this experience local. And we're going to tell people where to go, where they should go, of course, in a good way. And it will be, and I'm also on the board of Tourism Victoria, so we're not trying to make Tourism Victoria obsolete, but what we want to do is Tourism Victoria is going to tell tourists where to go, like Butcher Gardens. They're going to promote their members. Where our website is different is that we're going to show our customers where the locals go. So we've got all the great breakfast spots. We've got places where you might go and watch the sunset. Even things like what mechanics you trust. And it's just what we're trying to do is really get the fact out there that we're a local company and we're going to provide local information. So we've got that on our website. It's going to be an app on Facebook. We're going to have a little fun with it. And the cool part about this is it doesn't cost us money, and it is interactive, so that people will be able to go in, rate which one of our staff picks they like the best. So it's a very cost-effective way for us to get that local piece out there in an authentic but friendly way. See all those brand traits? We're nailing them. The other thing that we're doing is we're changing our name tags. Again, this does not cost us a lot of money. So there's my name tag up in the front. So my president and CEO is crossed off, and below it says Bike Lover. Now, why does mine say Bike Lover? And it is because I'm going to tell you where all the great places are to ride your bike around Victoria. My dad's, who was the founder and chairman, now crossed off, his says Cultural Connoisseur because he knows all the art spots. My favorite one is Karen's. She's our regional sales manager. and hers says Canine Recreation Director because she knows all the best places to take your dog. So every one of our team is going to have this, and they're loving it. My team is just so excited about having these name tags that have a bit of personality. And what we hope it will create is that when a customer walks onto our property, they're going to say, "Why on earth are you the Canine Recreation Director?" It starts that conversation, it makes that connection, it's real, it's authentic, it's friendly, it's fun, it's different in a good way. All of the stuff that we want to be on brand with, and it probably is going to cost us $10. I love it. This is an example of one of our billboards, and it's really bright and friendly, and it shows up very well. You'll see it on Pepe Highway. We are pet friendly. It's fun, again, on brand. So now what we've tried to do is, we've got all this stuff that we're doing that's on brand, and it was with our existing. We didn't change anything in our rooms, but now we want to take it to the next level. And so what we're doing is we're changing a few of the things that are in the room. So this is our Do Not Disturb sign. We're doing a whole bunch of other stuff, which is so exciting. Now this is an actual notepad, but you can't see it because it's white on white. But you get the point. Note to self, don't forget to steal the pen. What we want to do is when our customers are in the room, we want them to see our personality. Because let's face it, hotel rooms, they're kind of a commodity. So we need to make ourselves stand out. And this is a couple ways how we're trying to do it. So we've also changed our key cards, our pens. These are our banner ads that we're going to use online as well as at trade shows. And I swear it's a rallying cry for all of us, the fact that we're small, but we have inner bigness. So everyone is loving it. I think that's really the part that our customers are enjoying, is they want to support this smaller business that isn't some mega corporation with a head office down in Texas. They want to support the good local guys. So we're hoping this works for us. So now that's what we've done. But the next step in the whole process was to train our team on branding. And I mean everyone. So I've gone around to every one of our properties, and I've made sure that every single person understands why I've done this and why we're doing this. So they understand the reasons. They heard about the focus group. They understand why we're changing the name tags. I got their feedback on it. If I wasn't able to get to someone because they were working the night shift in Kamloops, then we made a video so that they could watch it. It was so easy to make a video. Just with an iPhone. And the video is 10 minutes long. But now I know that every single one of my team members is on brand. So we trained everyone. I'm even training the local community. Look, I've got you guys here. So that for us was a step that I think is extremely important in branding. And then lastly, to get our brand out there, because we don't have big mega bucks to throw at advertising, these are some of the tactics that we're using. So the first one is community giving. I think it's so important to give back to your communities. And what we find is that when we do give back to our communities, we form relationships with our partners. They become our partners. And therefore, they start getting our message out, which is so important. So I don't have to take an ad out. They're the ones that are putting it in their newsletters, that are putting it out to their whole communities, which is really, really important. The second one is social media. I've got a blog called Confessions of a CEO, which I have a love-hate relationship with because it sometimes makes me confess things I really don't want to confess. But it's great because of that twist, because of that confessions, I do get a lot of people who subscribe to it, who read it. And just yesterday I had a journalist phone me up because she read my latest one, which was on how to bike to work in high heels. And so she's now filming me biking to work in my high heels on Monday for Bike to Work Week. So it's these little things that you can do to get your brand out there, which doesn't cost you any money, which I find so important. For us in the hotel industry, online reviews are king. And nowadays, this is just the way that marketing is going. You can rate your professor, you can rate your doctor. Online reviews are everywhere. You know, Google's really caught on to this. So I'm guessing that all of your businesses, you can be rated. And what we did at Accent Inns was we embraced this. We said, this is a great idea because I'm a small little guy and I don't have the advertising budget that Holiday Inn Express does, but man, I can kick their ass on online reviews, you bet. And that's where the story is told, is when your customers are telling your story in the online reviews. So our whole branding initiative was really wrapped around these online reviews, to the point where that little notepad in the room, we're hoping that people are going to see that, have a little smile, that when they go online to write the review, because they do, if something strikes their fancy, they'll write the review, they'll talk about what made their stay, they'll talk about that interaction on the front desk, and before you know it, we'll be top at TripAdvisor. And right now at Accent Inns, we've got every single one of our property has a certificate of excellence, and it's really all about our customer service, which is really, really exciting. And hey, look at this. Public speaking. What a great way to get your brand out there. And on that note, I would like to thank you for being such a great audience and for listening to me talk all about my brand. So thanks very much.